Oh my god, I leave for a minute and there's a whole story to read. You guys are just chatting away. That's so crazy. Drop your addresses right now in the chat. /J, don't do that. /J. Matt, no. No, don't drop your address like that. No. Y'all are gonna find out your next door neighbors. The Octonauts! I still low-key know the theme. Oh my god, I haven't seen that show in ages. Hi, gamers. Hi. How we doing? How we doing? Hope everyone's doing good. There's a full episode of Hi! We're back. We're gonna cross-examine good old Sarge. Very excited for this cross-examination. I'm sure it's gonna go well. I'm sure it's gonna go great. Oh, that's right. I forgot that that's objected, and that's why we left off. Right. Recap. We're doing a civil trial. Well, we were doing a civil trial until Mr. Phoenix Wright over there decided to turn this into a criminal trial. Oh my god, is the Spotify still going? I meant to pause that, thank you. Usually I stop it. Usually I stop it before I click over, and I just never did. Anyway, recap. Hi. We're doing a civil trial. I was low-key grooving. I forgot that wasn't meant to be on. It was groovy music. I didn't have my headphones on, so I didn't know it was still playing. We're doing a civil trial. But Mr. Phoenix Wright decided to make it not a civil trial. He decided, yeah, by the way, let's talk about the murder and how Dad's totally murdered that guy. So, he's a backstabbing jerk. Alright. Let's do this. Objection? Right, you backstabbing no good. I didn't kill no one. It's the enemy. Ready, old missiles and fire. Oh my god. Whoa. Capitalist pig. Oh, I love Sarge. Sarge is incredible. Capitalist pig. I'll turn you into pork stroganoff. And that's just a taste of my ultimate anti-swine weapon. That robot's so real. He so is. Whoa, it fires missiles too? Yes, well, the witness is all yours, Mr. Justice. Your Honor? Can we disarm the witness, please? From his bullets and missiles? I see that after 2 full days of work for money, I am part of the problem. Right. Let's reread your testimony. What happened that evening? Papa met with someone the night he died. I didn't have eyes on the ground, as I'd already mounted my siege defense, but I did hear him arguing with someone in his study. From my window, I saw the one designated Dats getting ejected from the premises. After that, the man lingered around the perimeter for some time. He must have regrouped and killed my papa in the study later. I just know it. Okay. I didn't have eyes on the ground as I'd already mounted my siege defense.
Objection!
Sarge, are you hiding something from me? Wait, Dad's isn't a good boy anymore? Yes, he is a good boy. No, he is. He is a good boy. Phoenix is being a backstabbing jerk, is what he's doing. How dare you question your superior officer like that? You want to get in this Stroganoff action with Pig Boy over there, soldier? Sorry, but I'm afraid lawyers are missile-proof. Is that true? Any lawyers in the chat? Can we confirm? Are lawyers missile-proof? What? Would the defense care to explain? It's simple, Your Honor. Just as he is able to see what is happening in court right now, we put that to the test. Let's just line up a bunch of lawyers in a field and shoot missiles. Sarge was able to see what was happening in the study then. With his cherished drone, of course. Now that you mention it. And to think the answer was right before our eyes this whole time. Sarge, you were perfectly capable of patrolling the study that night. So you must have seen something. I'm hit! What is this strange new weaponry you're using against me? Ew, it's leaking oil. Courtroom warriors don't use guns or missiles, because evidence is our weapon of choice. And the evidence has exposed your bald-faced lie. My truth bomb, Sarge, has stripped your defenses bare. Truth bomb? No! Mayday, mayday, I'm going down! I adore Sarge. Bro's gonna retrain as a prosecutor. Oh my! Are you alright? Evidence? Never have I seen such fearsome ordnance. Tell it to us straight, Sarge. After all, you want us to help your father, don't you? Papa. Yes, you want to find out who killed him, don't you? Is it sweating oil? Yeah, it is. So please, tell us what you saw that night. It's someone throw a lit match. No, not Sarge. It's not what you think. I didn't see anything. I swear. You sure? You seem awfully stressed for someone who didn't see anything. Ah! Sarge? Do we know how old Sarge is? Okay, we still don't. We just know he's a kid. Guys, theory. He saw something. Whoa, crazy. Wow, those missiles did nothing. Lawyers are missile-proof. Confirmed. Sarge, you need to answer my question. Shut your pie hole, maggot! I'll be scorching day in Siberia before a lowly private like you orders me around. What's with him in Siberia, of all places? But if a scorching day is what it'll take, then maybe it's time to turn up the heat. Damn, Apollo. That was hot. Get it? Hey, Athena, you think a therapy session might help? What?
Well, it could help alleviate some of his anxiety.
Plus, I'm picking up a lot of discord in Sarge's voice.
That usually means the patient wants to say something but can't for some reason.
I was about to say he got better at one-liners, but never mind. Discord, I'm howling at the moon. And in Sarge's case, I imagine whatever's plaguing him is pretty severe. In that case, I leave it to you and your mood matrix magic.
You got it! Your Honor, I believe I can be of help here.
Time for a therapy session, is it, Miss Sykes? The classic court therapy.
Yes, it will help the witness with his anxiety. Maybe even enough to testify.
Then by all means, please bring the poor child out into the light of day. Oh, but I assume this will be alright with you, Mr. Wright? Why not? It's not like we haven't all been through this before. What are you butting in for, lady? There ain't a place on this battlefield for you.
Objection! I beg to differ, Sarge. This G.I. Jane's always ready for a fight in the courtroom. And wait until you see what I've got in my arsenal. Analytical psychology.
Wow, kid sexy.
With it, I'm going to blow a big ol' hole in the armor you've built around your heart.
Using logical deduction, I figured out he's 15-ish. First evidence, now analytical psychology. Where are these WMDs coming from? Well, if it's a battle you want, bring it on. You may have started this war, but I'm going to end it. Corpse woman Sykes.
You got it, Sarge. Time to seek out the agony buried deep in your heart. Brace yourself.
I stayed in my room with my drone that evening. I heard Dats and Papa arguing with each other. Dats got kicked out, but I saw him still hanging around outside. Why is he so distressed? I was in my room, so I didn't know Papa was dead until the next day. He wasn't very surprised.
Got it!
That's strange. You reacted with shock when you discovered your father's body. Yet you weren't nearly as shocked then as when you saw Mr. Arbol. Normally you'd expect the death of one's father to be much more impactful. Enemy fire! Direct hit! Yay, Pop died.
That is strange. I wonder what it could mean.
Well, we know he wasn't as affected by his father's death as he should have been. And I think I know why.
Oh?
Sarge, you weren't as shocked at seeing your father's body as seeing Mr. Arbol because you're scared of Mr. Arbol. You'd already seen the body, something else shocked you. I think you already seen it. I think you knew he was dead. Sarge, maybe the truth is you left your room that night, and that's when you saw it. Your father's body. I saw no such thing! Because something else shocked him. The release of the Skinny Toilet movie. Oh my god. He's in the right age range. Really? You didn't see his body? Alright then. What did you see?
Look, Apollo. We've lost some noise.
So just as I suspected. he really did see something. Sarge, please, tell us what you saw. But... The moment I saw it, I couldn't bear it. I couldn't stand to lose yet another loved one. Huh? Am I missing something here? Apollo. Is that why you weren't very shocked when you found out your father was dead? Because you had already sensed that he was a goner somehow? Maybe. I also have a theory that Dirk found out something, so it wasn't necessarily the murder of the queen that made the royal family turn on liars, but because they knew they're capable of getting closer to the truth behind their culture. Does that mean Dirk found out Phoenix was gay? Maybe. Please, Sarge. What was it you saw on the night of your father's murder? I saw... Oh! What's happening? I don't like where this is going. Yeah! No more! No more, please! Oh.
Eek! Help!
Oh, whoa, where'd Widget go? He just stole Widget! That's incredible. I've confiscated your little toy. The battlefield has no place for unauthorized equipment.
Widget! Apollo, I can't continue this session without him.
Calm yourself this instant, witness. I hereby order you to submit to your therapy session. Judge enforced therapy. I had kid that Phoenix was bi, but after that one girl, Dahlia, yeah. Messed him over. For the 19th time, he decided he was over women. Widget, get off of him. What in He stole the gavel! Did he steal the gavel? What in blazes? Look at me! I'm judge, jury, and executioner now. I hereby convene a military tribunal. Oh, I love Sarge. I really do. Whoa. This has gone way too far. But bailiff, arrest that drone this instant. Someone needs to drag that kid who's sleeping. Stop resisting! He's gonna steal the bailiff's gun. If you don't come quietly, I'll fire!
Give Widget back, Wright!
Did he shoot them? This is horrifying. Finally got him back. Nice work. This witness is truly a handful. 2, 3, 4. I'm traumatized. Miss Sykes, what's the witness's current psychological state?
Let's see.
He's emotionally all over the map. Yeah, I saw this coming. So his out-of-control emotions are in control of him, huh? Does that mean we can calm him down if we can figure out the root cause?
Yeah, so let's see what we can find.
Sarge, can you hear me? And the stands are just like 3 people right off this hole. No. Is that you, corpse woman Sykes?
I'm here. Now, I want you to take a few deep breaths. Just try to relax. Try it with me. Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out.
In, out, in, out.
And now, let your emotions take you where they will.
Come on, just let it all out. All forces attack! That's the least relaxing breathing exercise I've ever seen. Oh, poor kid. Dad was still hanging around after he got kicked out when. I heard more fighting, and I got worried about Papa. So I left my room, but suddenly, I got dizzy and passed out. Oh. I remember a flame lighting up the room. Okay, there it is. Has there been a case this game where there hasn't been a kid at the stand? What was the third case? Was there a kid in the stand in the third case? Oh god, I'm really struggling. What was the third case? It was in Korean. Oh, it was Maya's case. Yeah, I think in Maya's case was there a kid at the stand in Maya's case? No. I think that was the only case there wasn't. But yeah, you're right, every other case. I remember a flame lighting up the room, and Papa grinning was the light. Oh my god, what the hell? That's creepy. That's when he must have been killed. If only I hadn't passed out. Okay. So, it's definitely the flames that are, like, that's his trauma response, is the flames.
Got it!
That's it! Sarge, you were overcome with shock and fear when you saw those flames, weren't you? Yeah, it's his trauma response. Was I? Yes, just 6 months ago. You and your mother were caught up in an arsonist's blaze, so it's no wonder you would be extremely scared of fire. Yes, that does make sense. His dad looks like he's found the answer to how you can finally rule the world. And maybe, just maybe, your subconscious fear of fire was what caused you to withdraw from the world. What do you mean, Corpse Woman Sykes? In the outside world, you were bound to come across all sorts of fire. Candles, cigarettes, heck, even the grill at a diner. Whoa, cigarette mention? In my game? Even if it's not that often, just the idea that you might see them grew bigger and bigger until you couldn't shut it out. I think you might be onto something. Candles, cigarettes, just thinking about them sends a chill down my spine. Wow, the things I take for granted. Okay, Papa. Now I see. I was afraid of the fire. Strange, I didn't even realize it myself. About that fire, Sarge. Can you tell me what it was burning? Just stay calm and maybe something will come to you. Oh, I'm starting to remember. It was... Oh, it was that relic. Was he trying to burn the relic? That relic Papa was studying. It was on fire. But that's weird because he put the orb underwater. Yeah, he was hidden in the ruins. The orb was on fire? Mm-hmm. It's still kind of fuzzy. But yeah, the orb was burning right in front of Papa. And there, in the flames, was... Mama? Yes, now I remember. I saw Mama appear amid the dancing flames.
Oh. Was he like trying to...
Was the power he was trying to gain from the orb to try to bring her back somehow? Or channel her spirit? Oh. That's so sad. Oh. I saw Mama appear amid the dancing flames. Pulling after me. Oh. That's forbidden alchemy, buddy. What's going on here?
Maybe it's a memory from the fire that killed his mother? It might be confusing it with what really happened when his father died.
Oh, okay, maybe he wasn't trying to do that. So let me guess. More therapy?
Yep, but this time, it seems there's an inconsistency in his statements. And I think we should be able to prove it with the evidence in hand.
Yeah, he couldn't have had the orb. It was already in the ruins. I hope this inconsistency is the key to proving that the relic really is the Founder's orb. Dad was still hanging around after he got kicked out when I heard more fighting and I got worried about Papa, so I left my room. But suddenly I got dizzy and passed out. I remember a flame lighting up the room and Papa grinning with delight. The relic was on fire and I saw Mama's face inside. That's when Papa must have been killed. If only I hadn't passed out. Okay, no. He wasn't killed then.
Objection!
Because he couldn't have been killed with the Founder's Orb. Don't blame yourself, Sarge. After all, even if you hadn't passed out, the outcome would have been the same. What do you mean? I'm talking about the time of death. Your father wasn't killed right after you left your room. What? Explain yourself at once, Private Justice. You said you saw your father burning the orb, right? But that night he went out to hide it in a cave. So what you saw, Sarge, was something that happened before your father left to hide the orb. So you see, you didn't pass out right before he was killed. You passed out right before he left for the cave to hide the orb in the ruins within. So even if I hadn't passed out... That's right. The outcome would have been exactly the same. That's because your father, Dr. Buff, was killed after he returned from the ruins. And therefore, Sarge, there's no need for you to blame yourself. Oh, I see. Oh. I hope we get to see Sarge, the kid behind him. Private Justice? Can you really say I bear no blame in this? Why do you ask? Because the truth is, if I hadn't engaged in my siege defense, Papa would still be alive. Sarge. Papa wished nothing more than for me to lead a happy, healthy life. That's why he quit his job and moved us out, away from the big city. But even then, I didn't have the courage to set foot into the outside world. And in the end, I failed to make Papa's wish come true. Oh. 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 Sarge?
Sarge, if you want to make your father's wish come true, if that's what you really want, then who's to say it's too late? Why don't you take the first step now?
My first step?
That's right. You can cast off all your regret. You can stop standing still and start moving forward. You have the power within you. I know from experience. I know what it's like to feel like you do. But only you can decide to take that first step.
Oh. Oh. My sweet child. If you don't change your tactics now, Sarge, the victory you seek in the war you're waging will always lie beyond your grasp. I think I understand now. I've made up my mind. As of this moment, I will suspend my siege defense immediately. Face reveal. Let's go, Sarge. Face reveal. Oh. 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 Oh my goodness. Oh. 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 Huh?
Sergeant Buff, reporting for duty.
What? I thought you were a guy. You're definitely not the gruff drill sergeant I envisioned.
Well, my mama was in the Russian army.
I was just as shocked, but it certainly explained a few things when I found out too. Look at you, sexist. Didn't think they could be a girl. May I introduce you to Miss Army Buff, age 12. She's 12. No way.
Careful, soldier. Don't forget I could blow you away at a moment's notice.
She's just too cute. So, have you always been in a wheelchair, Sarge? She's Apollo.
Negative. Only since I was injured in the fire.
Your voice sounds awfully different from before. Oh, she's adorable. Oh.
My drone features a voice modulation device. It's just one of my army's many technological marvels.
Well, you fooled me. I thought some 20-something military fanatic was at the controls.
If it's all the same to you, troops, I'd like to continue my testimony. I've just remembered something, and it's as crisp and clear as a trumpet at roll call.
Yo, she's Ghostface. Not gonna lie, she's the coolest child character we've had in the stand. I adore her. What did you remember?
It wasn't my mother who appeared in the burning orb. It was some lady Papa had shown me a picture of a long time ago. He said it was...
Oh, the Holy Mother.
The Holy Mother, the founder of Koreanism. She appeared right there in the burning orb.
Huh? Don't disrespect the acting, dude, okay? Yeah. She's so adorable.
The Holy Mother of Koreanism was in the burning orb? What does that even mean?
I have a bad feeling about this. Could it be? Could this explain what Sarge means by the Holy Mother appearing in the burning orb? When Dragon and Tiger battle, the founder offers divine protection with the Bible. Offer thy prayers as fervent as fire, only then shall the Holy Mother return. There we go. Confirming it's the Founder's Orb. We win.
Dr. Buff's research notes?
What do they have to do with this? Look at this. The burning orb, the appearance of the Founder. This part points to both.
Take that!
There's a legend about the orb involving a mysterious riddle. And this song, in turn, is said to contain the key to solving it. If the legend is true, then I believe the answer lies in this part of the song. So, with this, we've won the case, and it's the Founder's Orb. We can go home now. Offer thy prayers as fervent as fire, only then shall the Holy Mother return. Well, anyone see where I'm going with this? Prayers as fervent as fire? You're supposed to set the orb on fire? The whole stanza seems to suggest that the founder will appear if the orb is set on fire.
Wait, so the doctor, he...
Yes, Athena. He had solved the ancient riddle of the Founder's Orb. Oh my! How did she get into the courtroom? This courtroom does not look wheelchair accessible. Why did Apollo nod like that? How did she get in here? It looks like there's only stairs. Where is the wheelchair accessibility in this courtroom? What the hell? Let's sue this courtroom. Yeah, I didn't want to say it because it felt disrespectful. Like, I'm pretty sure it's just there. Yeah! Like, we gotta sue this courtroom. Where is the wheelchair accessibility?
Papa was a great archaeologist. So I believe in him, and I want to believe.
No, she wheeled herself in. We saw it.
I want to believe he achieved his long-time dream of solving that riddle before he died.
Well, we won't know for sure until we try it for ourselves.
Yes, do it, Private Justice, please. I want to see what Papa was searching for with my own eyes.
Objection!
The plaintiff must object to this.
Objection!
The plaintiff will stand down and be quiet. Oh, damn. Grandpa Judge did it. Grandpa Judge brought her in. Damn, Apollo.
Objection!
Oh my god, stop yelling objection. You don't have the right to set a precious relic like that on fire.
Objection!
The objection back and forth is so good. Oh, but I do. All I needed was Sarge's permission. Since we still don't know if this treasure is the Founder's Orb or the Crystal of Ani Fey, any ownership rights the Doctor had now belong to his daughter. Therefore, you have absolutely no right to stop us. Very well, Mr. Justice. I never thought I'd be saying this, but you may burn the evidence. Go ahead, burn the evidence. Alright, here we go. It'd be so funny if it doesn't do anything. And Apollo's like, oh, well. Whoa, this is so cool. Why does Apollo stand like that, though? Look!
Apollo! The inside of the orb! It's melting!
There's something in there. Ah! Whoa, she has a face! The Dirk! Isn't she? It's. Whoa! That's interesting. This is gonna become relevant that she has a face. Her garb leaves no room for doubt. It's the Founder herself. Face and all. Whoa. I don't understand. The greatest of taboos in Koreanism is the depiction of the Founder's face. Yet here it is, hidden within this orb. Interesting. Heating the Founder's orb revealed the statue within. Sorry, Mr. Wright, but as you can see, the issue is crystal clear. This figure is the Holy Mother, founder of Koreanism. And based on that, this must be none other than the Founder's Orb.
Objection!
But be that as it may, Mr. Arbol still may have killed the Doctor. If so, it would render the orb transfer agreement null and void. Don't play dumb, Mr. Wright. The truth of the matter has already been proven. Dr. Buff wasn't killed right after Sarge saw Mr. Arbol. It happened after the Doctor came back from hiding the orb. And you've no proof that Mr. Arbol was still around at that time. Your claim that the Defiant Dragons were behind the crime doesn't hold water. And that means the orb transfer agreement is still perfectly valid. Imagine if crime decides to go to war with America because of this. Admit it, Mr. Wright. I just burned your whole case to the ground. Can we please stop talking about burning things? No! I won? I actually won? How is the judge gonna rule on this? This is a civil case, and he only knows how to say guilty and not guilty. What happened? I was laughing at my mom. We won! We won! We won the case! But Mr. Wright, would you care to respond? Respond? I didn't think so.
Wait, did we just win? Did we actually beat the Turnabout Terror? You're amazing, Apollo. Yippee.
Don't just stand there, Wright. Do something. Your Honor, he forged evidence. That kid isn't real. Well, I don't think there's any digging out of this hole. Mr. Attition Wimperson, I think it's time for your concession speech. I have proven beyond a shadow of a doubt that this is the Founder's Orb. The facts don't lie, but you obviously do. How's that for a campaign slogan? Why, you contemptuous peasant? I think this is a good time to wrap up this trial. If both parties have no further objections, I will render my verdict. No objections here, Your Honor. Kablamo. He definitely wrote that down the night before, just in case. No Oh. You can't do this! The crystal is mine! I'll lose the election if I lose that crystal! I'm sorry, but there's really nothing more I can do. The facts don't lie, but you definitely do, and Athena was like, yeah! You haven't forgotten about our little chat, have you? Totally blackmail. He totally blackmailed him. Yep. Listen to that music. It was 100% blackmail. I totally called it. There's no way Phoenix would do that. What's going on here? Your Honor, I object to the defense's last claim. What? Phoenix. Yo, look at his bags. Phoenix asleep. I don't believe that they have truly proven that the relic is indeed the Founder's Orb.
Objection!
Yes, we did. What? Oh, it was shadows. Mr. Wright, I don't think even you could bluff your way out of this one. What possible argument could you have to claim that this isn't the Founder's Orb? He's got nothing. About that. Oh, come on. Are you kidding? Oh, of course. He can't possibly have hit on something. The defense's assertion is incomplete, and this is why. Their claim that this relic is the Founder's Orb is based on a legend, and that legend claims that the Founder will return when the riddle is solved at last. Right, and that's what happened. The Founder was revealed for all to see. Could have got the pearl. Oof. Right, and that's what happened. The Founder was revealed for all to see. But Mr. Justice, what about the rest of the legend? Huh? According to the legend, once the Founder returned, she would bestow spiritual power onto the person who solved the riddle. Okay. And he's dead, so what do you want? Pearl is like a 16-year-old girl known worldwide as a god of spirit communication. She's gonna have some level of protection. The power was, he became a spirit. Oh my god, the spiritual power. You're kidding, right? Well, Mr. Justice, do you feel great spiritual power coursing through your veins? But yeah, he's not the one who solved it, though. No. But receiving spiritual powers and stuff is all just mystic mumbo-jumbo, right? Maybe so, but you're the one basing your claim on said legend. Oh my god, Phoenix. And what we saw here does not fully fulfill it, does it? Phoenix, this is so much of a stretch. Y'all, this case is a direct prequel to Yokai Watch. The main dude even looks like Apollo's son. You're right, you're so right. Why would you say that? And what we saw here does not fully fulfill it, does it? No, but... consequently... What do you mean, why? That's peak fiction. True. You're so right. You cannot rightfully claim that this is the Founder's Orb. Shut up. And where's your proof that it has anything to do with Amife, okay? That's such a stretch. Judge, just hand us the orb and let's get out of here. What's gone into him? Why is Mr. Wright doing this? 100% blackmailed. It would appear that Mr. Wright has lost a few of his marbles. Thank you, Judge. That couldn't be further from the truth, Your Honor. Okay, shut up. In any case, hold him in contempt of court, Judge. This is ridiculous. I believe this is a good time for a recess. Both sides will have 20 minutes to prepare. Judge. I ask that all arguments be ready by then. Owen, Mr. Wright, you do well to wash up and find your missing marbles by then, too. My marbles. At this point, I would definitely suspect that he's being blackmailed. Like, he's acting just like he did last time he was being blackmailed by a client.
Mr. Wright is sure acting funny. I mean, he's famous for going out on a limb, but that last assertion was just plain crazy.
It's either a bluff or a Hail Mary. Either way, it doesn't make much sense.
Maybe there's something we're missing here? Although he seemed perfectly normal when we spoke earlier.
Apollo, I have a bad feeling about this.
I'm gonna go check up on him.
What's going on with you, Mr. Wright?
Hey, Private Justice.
Oh, Sarge.
I forgot to mention something. On the night of Papa's murder, a strange thing happened.
Did no one forget Paul mentioned our talk? Yeah. Oh? But why are you only telling me about it now?
Well, I didn't say anything before because I thought Papa's death was an accident. But now that we know otherwise, I figured it might be important.
There's still more to this case?
When I left my room and lost consciousness, I passed out right here.
That's right above the coffee bar.
But when I came to, someone was pushing my wheelchair.
Oh, weird.
What? I was so scared I beat a hasty retreat, as fast as my wheels could take me.
Do you know who it was?
No, it was pitch black. Plus, I fled to my room so fast I didn't even have a chance to turn on the lights.
Maybe it was your father?
No, he would have said something to me. Besides, I'd have known if it was him.
So then it could have been your father's real killer?
My thoughts exactly.
But you didn't report this to the police?
It didn't even occur to me.
It's okay. You were obviously still upset, so don't beat yourself up over it. Apollo, this could be really important information. I think the act of pushing Sarge's wheelchair could be part of some bigger scheme. It's hard to see why else the killer would have done such a thing. Guess I should take her statement down as evidence. She fled to her room when she realized someone had moved her while she'd been unconscious on the second floor. Oh, welcome back, Athena. Oh.
What's with the long face?
How'd it go with Mr. Wright?
Oh, should I...
Athena?
Oops, sorry. Zoned out there for a sec.
The recess is almost over, so let's go. Horse walks into a bar. What was that all about? Bartender says. All right, court is once again back in session. Now, Mr. Wright, about that last objection you raised. We, the plaintiffs, still believe that the defense has yet to sufficiently prove its case. They claim that, according to legend, the Founder's Orb would bestow spiritual power. Yet the relic in question has failed to do so, therefore it has failed its own test. I see. He's sticking with that ridiculous argument? Furthermore, even if it is the Founder's Orb, it can't be awarded to the Defiant Dragons. After all, they were the ones who killed Dr. Buff.
Objection!
No. What are you talking about? That was already proven to be false. There are no grounds for asserting that the Defiant Dragons murdered the Doctor. Oh, but I'm afraid there are, Mr. Justice. Your Honor, I would like to present new testimony to this court. Testimony that will show that Datsar Ball did, in fact, kill Dr. Buff. What? Very well. You may call your witness.
I guess Mr. Wright found another new angle. What new testimony could there be this late in the game?
Fellow citizens, it is I, politician, the once and future representative of the people. Jeez, not him again. My client divulged new information to me during the recess. He remembered something he saw, you see. Something crucial to this case. How very convenient. That's his crime. It was around 11 at night, and I was out on a mobile meet and greet around the village. That's when I saw Dr. Buff being murdered from outside his study window. Mr. Arball snuck up from behind and struck him on the head. His weapon of choice? A suitcase. A big, strong man like him could easily swing a heavy suitcase into someone's head. You saw the murder as it happened? And you're just telling us now because... I saved the best for last. It's a tactic known to all political greats. The murder weapon was a complete mystery. My client's eyewitness account has finally brought it into light. According to the autopsy report, Dr. Buff was struck in the head by the corner of some object. I suppose that could very well be the corner of the suitcase.
Objection!
But eyewitness testimony isn't the same as hard evidence. Oh? I wouldn't worry about that if I were you. What's that supposed to mean? We have physical evidence, too. A luminol test revealed. No. Are you kidding me? The doctor's blood on Mr. Arball's suitcase. Really? How's that prove Mr. Arball used it as a weapon?
Objection!
You should know the answer to that, Mr. Justice. Since you know as well as I that the suitcase is covered in his fingerprints. I forgot we dusted it right in front of Emma. The turnabout terror strikes again. This is quite convincing testimony and evidence. Nevertheless, you may proceed with your cross-examination, Mr. Justice. was around 11 at night and I was out on a mobile meet and greet around the village. That's when I saw Dr. Buff being murdered from outside his study window. Mr. Arball snuck up from behind and struck him on the head.
Hold it!
He snuck up from behind? So you're saying the doctor never even realized Mr. Arball was there? That's right. He was utterly absorbed in a book. I see. What did you see Mr. Arball do next? He climbed up the bookshelf ladder and dumped a bunch of books down on the body. I believe he's trying to make it look like an accident. But that idiot didn't realize I could see everything from outside the window. One of those statements doesn't feel right. Your Honor, I believe the witness made an important statement just now about how crime was clearly visible, the doctor was reading a book. That's an idiot! That's a good one. I think we have the doctor's poor eyesight meant he couldn't read anything without these. They were found on this. Okay, so he wasn't reading. Yeah. Okay, that's what I thought. The doctor was reading a book at the time of the murder? That's vital testimony. Very well. The witness will please add that statement to his testimony. The doctor was standing in front of the bookshelves, absorbed in a book. No, he was not.
Objection!
The doctor was standing in front of the bookshelves, absorbed in a book, you say? I'm sorry, but it seems your testimony is completely unreliable. That's quite a bold statement. Well, let's hear you back it up. I challenge you to prove that I am anything but 100% reliable. It'd be my pleasure. Lately, it seems the doctor's eyes had gotten so bad he needed reading glasses. However, his reading glasses were over on his desk. So you see, there's no way he could have been reading in front of the bookshelves. I'm sorry, Mr. Attorney Whipperson, but I'm gonna have to ask you to explain this discrepancy to the voting public. Damn. Yeah. You what? I'll explain it, you lowly cur. Damn. I simply made a mistake, you see? The doctor was actually sitting at his desk when Mr. Arball hit him over the head. Okay, then he moved the body. But then the doctor would have been facing him. Surely he would have seen him and tried to run. The Dr. Buff was nodding off. I could tell because his eyes were closed and he wasn't moving. Sounds more like what you would do. Okay, hold on. Yeah, okay, there's no way he would have seen that. We made a big point about how the bookshelf was blocking from the window, okay? And how do you explain the fact that he was struck in the back of the head? Isn't that something that should be impossible from the front of the desk? Oh, about that. He bowed his head when he nodded off. That's when he was clobbered. So that's what you saw. Well, Mr. Justice, that sounds like a perfectly reasonable explanation to me. No, it doesn't. Do you have a problem with the proposal that the doctor was struck while nodding off? Yes. How the hell did he see it? There is a problem. A very big problem. The witness's statement doesn't hold up under the slightest bit of scrutiny. Is that so? Then will you please show this court what evidence you have to justify this? Gladly, Your Honor. This shows the problem with the witness's claim that he saw the doctor nodding off.
Take that!
A diagram of the study? Mr. Attorney Whipperson allegedly viewed the murder from here. And the doctor was allegedly nodding off. Here. But from his vantage point, the bookcase would have blocked the witness's line of sight. Why, yes, I believe you're right. Ah!
Objection!
The fact remains my client knew that the suitcase was the murder weapon. So he definitely has first-hand knowledge of the crime scene. I'm afraid I'd have to agree with you there, Mr. Wright. But then we have to ask ourselves, From what vantage point did he see the murder? What are you insinuating, Mr. Justice? From what vantage point could Mr. Attition Wimperson have seen the dozing doctor? Once we determine that, I believe we'll finally see the truth behind this incident. The witness saw the murder from right here. Inside?
Take that!
You've got to be kidding. But that's... It is indeed. But everything only makes sense if the witness was there in the study. Inside the study? But that's the scene of the crime. Yes, Athena. Bear with me here. I know. Mr. Attition Wimperson, the man who claims to be a witness to the murder, was most certainly in that very room. Apollo, are you suggesting... Mr. Attition Wimperson, weren't you the one who actually swung that suitcase?
Objection!
What you're proposing is ludicrous. My client is a small... My client is a small, thin man, whereas Mr. Arbol has the musculature to pull it off. Mr. Arbol, he's so sexy with his big old muscles. He has a point. I gave up trying to lift that thing after one go. Tell me why I go to pour myself a nice glass of Bailey's in the bottle is. That's right. He's the only one who could have lifted such a heavy object. Now do you understand? The rebel Dats Arbol is the doctor's killer.
As long as this suitcase is the murder weapon, the suspicion falls entirely on Dats. You'll have to poke a hole in Mr. Wright's argument somehow, Apollo.
Oh, I will. And with his own technique, no less. If Mr. Attition Wimperson couldn't swing the suitcase around, we'll just have to consider another way he could have used it as a murder weapon instead. I'm gonna turn this case on its head, Mr. Wright, just like you taught me. You talk big, Mr. Justice. Do you have what it takes? Well, this should be interesting. Mr. Attition Wimperson's testimony has been filled with one inaccuracy after another. First, he stated that Dr. Buff was in front of the bookshelves. Now he claims that the doctor was sitting at his desk. So where was the victim really when he was killed? Also, where was his killer? And how was the murder weapon really used? So, the important thing here is the position of the victim and killer relative to each other? Yes, Your Honor. If they were positioned in a certain way, it'd be possible to use a suitcase as a weapon without lifting a finger. You can't mean. I would ask the court to recall the study's layout. It's quite distinctive, as you can see. Now, if Dr. Buff was sitting in a certain spot, and his killer was at a certain other spot, the suitcase would become a weapon anyone could use. Okay. If the politician's out of a job after this, he can get a haircut and be my house husband. Very well, Mr. Justice. Where was Dr. Buff's killer at the time of the crime? Oh, okay. He dropped it on him. Okay.
Take that!
There? Oh, that's... This should wrap things up nice and pretty for you, Mr. Wright. I would ask the court to recall the study's layout. But this time, instead of thinking in 2 dimensions, think in 3! Let's think in 3! Hell yeah. Only then can we clearly see the killer's method at work. Whoa, it's been so long since we've seen one of these models. I think we haven't seen one of these like 3D diagram models of the scene since Apollo Justice. So it's been 2 games. His design, not personality, but we can fix those things. The killer didn't have to swing the suitcase. If he used gravity to his advantage, that is. That's right. It was the plaintiff, one politician Wimperson, who used the suitcase. He pushed it from the second floor. Whee! And sent it hurtling down onto Dr. Buff, who was sitting at the coffee bar. I like how the big robot's just there. Yeah! The psychology book had been at the coffee bar, no doubt. The doctor must have set it down there after he finished reading it or the like. But his blood got on it, which is why the killer thought to hide it in that mountain of books.
Objection!
Damn, that case fell slow. That's quite an entertaining theory you have there, Mr. Justice. But there's no evidence that the murder took place at the coffee bar. Yes, there is. There's literally coffee on the cup. What do you mean? Do we have the... Yeah. I'm not so sure about that, Mr. Wright. I'd say that evidence of the murder occurring at the coffee bar exists. The evidence does exist, and I'm gonna show you. You are? Phoenix. Aren't you supposed to be like the best lawyer ever? This right here is proof that the murder took place at the coffee bar. Okay, I don't even need to present the photo.
Take that!
This brown stain was determined to be coffee. What's more, it's still a bit damp when we saw it yesterday morning. At the coffee bar? My fault, y'all. It was me. So I took an extra shift yesterday. One look at this book speaks volumes, I'm afraid, Mr. Wright. It tells us the doctor was having a cup of coffee at the coffee bar. That's when the suitcase came hurtling down, striking him on the head, causing both his blood and his coffee to splatter onto it. Well, Mr. Titian Wimperson? What motive could I possibly have had to kill Dr. Boff? And there it is. That final excuse cornered killers are so fond of. Well, the doctor never returned your crystal to you, did he? Instead, he hid it in the cave ruins. Telling him that the Defiant Dragons were a dangerous bunch was a huge blunder. All it did was make him hide the orb. Your lie came back to bite you in the end. Even worse, the doctor saw the news reports, so he knew the relic was the Founder's Orb. Being the conscientious researcher he was, he knew he had to return it to its rightful place. And that meant keeping it out of your hands. You were so angry that he refused to return the relic to you that you killed him with your own hands. Isn't that right, Mr. Titian Wimperson? That is...
Hold it!
Apollo, don't. Please don't accuse my client of murder. Please don't accuse him of murder. Please. Huh? What do you mean, don't accuse him? Why would you even say that, Mr. Wright? What I meant was, he's a promising politician with a bright future ahead of him. Oh, he does have Pearl, doesn't he? Boring. Kill someone off already. It's in our nation's best interest to avoid burdening him with the taint of a scandal. Say what? Right. You better do something to change the current courtroom climate, or I'll be charged with murder. And you know what will happen to her if that happens. Ah, there it is! Confirmation! How did he do that? He teleported. There it is. There it is. There's the... Your Honor, let the court records show evidence of blackmail. Can we read back the transcript, please? Thank you. I have a theory. Let me cook, Matt, cook. The kitchen is yours. What's he talking about? Well, I can ponder that later. For now, Apollo... Okay, Apollo. Her is... Meeny miny! You cooked. You cooked. Meeny miny. Mr. Wright, you can't possibly believe that Mr. Arbol is the killer. Are you really gonna send an innocent man to prison? I thought you were better than that. Didn't you learn anything? Didn't you learn anything from the Matt on Guard case? Phoenix Wright. Okay. Well, Mr. Wright, answer me. Mr. Wright? What in the world's going on here? If you won't say anything, then... Mr. Attition Wimperson, the defense hereby accuses you... Hold it! Hold it! Apollo, wait! Not you too, Athena.
It's just, I wasn't sure whether I should say anything, but during that last recess when I went to check on Mr. Wright, I overheard something I shouldn't have.
Ooh. I trust... It's Maya. Oh, he's got... Not Maya again! Not Maya again! No! Why are people always kidnapping her for ransom to make Phoenix go to court for a bad guy? I trust Maya is unharmed. I can't really say. You're unoriginal, Mr. Attition. You're unoriginal. Matt on Guard and Shelly the Killer already have done this. I can't really say, but just remember, if I'm arrested or fail to obtain the treasure, there will be consequences. Consequences of the worst kind, if you catch my drift. Phoenix, you've done this before. You've been in this place before. Relax. All you have to do is ensure I get my hands on that relic. I must deliver it to my benefactor at all costs. I can't believe his benefactor is Shelly the Killer. A shell card falls from the ceiling. What do they want that relic for anyway? It has something to do with an old legend. My patron seeks the great power said to be granted to whoever solves its secret. Maya? As in Maya Fey?
Yeah, the boss's legendary former assistant.
Miss Fey's being held hostage? That's crazy. That would never happen.
So it seems.
Why didn't you tell me as soon as you heard this? Sorry, it's just Mr. Wright spotted me before I could slip away.
It made me promise not to tell you. He said it would make things more difficult if you found out.
As if things weren't already hard enough. So that's why Mr. Wright was acting so strange. I had no idea. This must have been excruciating for him. He's getting flashbacks. Think, Justice. There's gotta be something you can do. Mr. Justice, about that last statement of yours. I believe you were in the middle of accusing the plaintiff of murdering Dr. Buff. Would you care to continue? Sorry, Apollo. I'm really, really sorry. Oh. What's gotten into you two? I accused that slime bag of put Miss Fey's life in jeopardy. It'd be funny, though. It seems you finally caught on. It's far too important to be accused of murder. After all, our nation's future rests squarely on my shoulders. Apollo, all you need to do is prove that Paul betrayed the assassin. He was videotaping him. He has a videotape. Your Honor, I'd like to present this videotape. This VHS. After all, our nation's future rests squarely on my shoulders. Either I give up or... Once I present the crystal to my patron, my victory is assured. Your Honor, I called in to stand this walkie-talkie. I mean, we had a drone that sweated oil on the stand. This is pretty much like beat for beat. The man on guard case. Just this time we're seeing it from the other side of the courtroom. Once I present the crystal to my patron, my victory is assured. Wait, literally. Then one day I'll become president and then king. And instead of a famous what's the guy's name? The dude that got backstabbed. He's gonna be evil. Dads. No. I'll have every politician at my command. Now retract your accusation, and instead of a TV star, it's a politician. Ugh, I can't kowtow to him, but the defense would like to retract the previous accusation. Oh. Dirk! Apollo. Dirk? I don't know what's going on here, but a lawyer should never look the way you do right now, with defeat and resignation written all over your face. Whoa.
A dragon never yields.
Aw, that's cool. Oh, that's so cool. Even the wounded. A dragon bites down hard and never lets go till its dying breath. Whoa, voice acting. It glares, it roars, and it latches its jaws firmly onto its prey till the bitter end. That's what lawyers do to get to the truth. Dirk, a dragon never yields. He's right. It's all over if I give up now. If Mr. Wright's hands are tied, it's up to me to do what must be done. He saved my neck so many times. Now, it's my turn to save his. Dirk, thanks for that wake-up call. Now that's the face of a lawyer you've got there, son. Where there's a will, there's a way. I'm gonna find the way to save Miss Faye and see that justice is served. Let's go. Ooh, we're doing a logic train. Let's go. How did he get into court? He's the defendant. He's the defendant because this was originally a civil trial to see who the orb belonged to. Yeah. That means he's gonna be evil then. Don't say that. That scumbag is holding Miss Faye hostage to ensure he gets the orb for his patron. And it seems said patron believes in the orb's legend. Thing is, the founder did appear when the orb was exposed to fire, just as the legend said. Plot twist, mine has been safe this entire time. He's just been drinking martinis by the beach. If the legend is true, then we've already solved the riddle, right? No. Probably not. We've not solved the riddle yet. The legend says the founder will bestow great spiritual power when she returns. But if that's true, it means we haven't solved the whole riddle yet. How can that be? Are we missing something? Wait, maybe the part about the founder returning should be taken literally. Oh. How would it be possible for a dead person to return to the world of the living? Cloning? Time travel? Channeling. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. The founder can return through channeling. I know. There is a way for the dead to return. Spirit channeling. Of course, you'd have to know what the founder looks like first. That's why Okay. That's why her face is in the orb. So that's the when you solve the riddle, you get the founder's face, and you're able to channel her. That's why it's taboo to predict her face and anything else, because it's only for the person who's able to solve the riddle. That's cool. But the orb has revealed her face to us, so what if it's a sign that we should channel her? Did Apollo just magically gain spirit channeling powers? That's awesome. Given the facts, in order to solve the riddle and receive the founder's power, I need to practice channeling. We need a spirit medium. Okay. Let's bring in Pearl Faye. A medium is needed to obtain the power. Boom. The ability of a medium to channel spirits is the final key to unlocking the orb's secret. That means Mr. Attition Wimperson's patron will need one too. And once that slimy politician realizes that, he won't be able to lay a finger on Miss Faye. Let's go! He's just gonna kidnap Pearl then. What is that graphic? Everything's gonna be okay, Mr. Wright. Because Mr. Politician Wimperson can't afford to harm a hair on Miss Faye's head. Huh? It looks like the text from a certain anime, but everyone told me, oh, last time I remember that. Mr. Attition Wimperson, it seems you've chosen the wrong person to take hostage. What do you mean? Your patron seeks to solve the orb's riddle, and thereby receive great spiritual power. However, only Maya Faye can truly give them what they really want. She can? What do you mean, only Maya Faye? Think about what the return of the founder really means. We should have considered it more literally. After all, the orb was made in the kingdom of Khorian, the birthplace of spirit mediums. I think I see now. You need to know what the deceased looks like in order to channel them. But in Khorianism, depicting the face of the founder is taboo. However, her true face was hidden in the orb. So maybe the orb is telling us to try channeling the founder? Exactly. Through a spirit medium, the founder can quite literally return. And if the legend is true, the founder just might bestow spiritual power on someone when she does. It's like when Pearl's imbued my Magatama with spiritual power. Phoenix, don't mention Pearl. They'll just kidnap her too. Imagine being in the crowd where they go watch a trial. It turns into a murder case. If a human could be imbued with such power in a similar manner, it is said the founder possesses immense spiritual power. Such a great feat would not necessarily be beyond her. Famous politician gets accused, blackmail, God is summoned. Oh, wait a second, then the legend is true? Do you understand now, Mr. Attition Wimperson? You are holding hostage the final key to unlocking the orb's secret. And if anything were to happen to her, the riddle will remain unsolved forever. Ah! There's always Pearl Faye. I could simply ask her to help. Yeah, why do we mention Pearl? If she wants money, I have plenty to offer. She's not the kind of person to be tempted by material gain. And she certainly wouldn't help you if anything were to happen to her cousin. Or maybe you'd like to go ask the Queen of Khorian to channel the founder for you. He could, but he'd probably get executed for requesting such a thing. It's over. Now confess. You killed Dr. Buff, didn't you? It wasn't supposed to end this way. Mr. Attition Wimperson? Are you admitting to committing the crime? My lawyer, Wright, do something! It's true that I'm your lawyer, and as such, it's my job to defend you. However, defending my client isn't the only duty a lawyer has. Look-y, I'd sell out for money. There's something else that's equally as important, and that is finding the truth. What? Mr. Attorney Wimperson, you have sought to twist the truth in the dirtiest of ways. I was complicit in your hostage-taking, but in a way, I was being held hostage too. Even so, there's still hope for me to make things right, and I owe it all to you, Apollo. Mr. Wright, I can't allow a murderer to walk away scot-free. Therefore, Mr. Attorney Wimperson, I must resign as your attorney. Damn. No. Does this mean I'm under arrest? No! Well, I've nothing to confess. What? I said I've nothing to confess. I don't and I won't, especially not to a plebeian like you. This guy doesn't know when to give up. Besides, there's no truth to all these allegations. I mean, look at the suitcase. You won't find a single print of mine on it. Oh, is his fingerprints gonna be on Army's wheelchair? All that means is he wiped them off, taking care to only leave Mr. Arballs. As many a great politician has said before me, no comment. In that case, try switching things up, Apollo. Look at the situation from a different angle. Is there really nothing that points to the suitcase being dropped from above? Evidence that points to the suitcase being dropped from the second floor. If the killer pushed the suitcase from the second floor hallway over the coffee bar, that would place him right around here. Okay, that no comment was low-key apart. Maybe, just maybe. Thought of something, Apollo? I believe this piece of evidence to be connected to the dropping of the suitcase. That appears to be a statement, but how is that related to this case? On the night of the murder, Your Honor, Miss Army Buff physically left her room. That's when she saw the doctor burning the orb and subsequently passed out. Right above the coffee bar. But with her there in her wheelchair, the killer wouldn't have been able to drop the suitcase down onto the doctor. Good point. However, according to Sarge, she woke up just as someone was trying to move her in her wheelchair. Huh?
Someone was pushing my wheelchair.
What?
I was so scared I beat a hasty retreat, as fast as my wheels could take me.
She must have been in the killer's way and had to be moved. Isn't that right, Mr. Attorney Wimperson? Yeah. And if the killer had pushed the wheelchair with his bare hands, we may yet find conclusive evidence we need. Exactly. Fortunately for us, that evidence slipped right through the killer's fingers. If only he'd been able to hold on to it just a little tighter. But now he is neither able to discard nor alter it. Honestly, that piece of evidence wasn't even supposed to be here in this courtroom today. And yet, it looks like sometimes things do get better. Wait, if he was pushing the wheelchair, how did she wheel away? Is bro that weak? I think so. I think he's that weak. This wasn't supposed to happen. No? Well, too bad. Because the evidence that sped away from you that night has come back to haunt you. Right here at this very trial. Your Honor, The defense's final piece of evidence is on this person.
Take that!
Oh, she's been updated. Army buff, age 12. The doctor's child, a self-styled sergeant. Her mother was ex-Russian military. But that's... We're gonna take her wheelchair away as evidence. No! On the night of the murder, Sarge passed out, only to come to and find that someone was pushing her wheelchair. That's when she fled back into her room. She didn't physically see a single soul after that. Not until Athena drew her out through that therapy session, that is. Dump her on the corner. Oh my god, that's evil. Just kidding, Grandpa Judge would never allow that. Well, the killer was able to wipe the prints on the suitcase off. The same can't be said for the prints that got away. My fellow Koranians. He's adopted yet another child. Well, Mr. Politician Wimperson, try to explain your way out of this one. The podium is all yours. Hey, thank you for the sub. Politician, I'm not a crook. My political career can't end like this. I'm destined for great things. Something's wrong. This isn't real. It's a dream. No, a nightmare. Oh. What? Wait, really? Oh. What is happening? Whoa, no way! Bonsai! 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 Politician arrested on murder charges. Instructor was electoral win. No, please. Wait. Don't go. No, no, please. Oh, Grandpa! That's what my dreams look like. The breakdowns in this game are incredible. Oh my god. They're so good. Mr. Autician Wimperson, are you alright? The bailiff? Get him to the first aid station. On the double. Well, this was yet another unexpected turn of events. In light of everything that's been revealed, it seems the relic is indeed the Founder's Orb. And it seems Mr. Politician Wimperson can be considered a suspect in Dr. Buff's murder. Apollo, I want to thank you for everything. Thanks to you, I didn't have to keep bending the truth. I don't know what I would have done without you. Don't mention it. Suspect, I think he's a tad more than that. Wait, does Maya still die? I don't think so, because they need her as a spirit medium. You were amazing today, Apollo. Well, I couldn't have done it without Dirk.
A dragon never yields.
Even when wounded, a dragon bites down hard and never lets go till its dying breath. It glares, it roars, and it latches its jaws firmly onto its prey till the bitter end. That's what lawyers do to get to the truth. A dragon never yields. Every lawyer should take that to heart. As it seems, both sides have no further objections. Would Dirk Sadmati please take the stand? What are you gonna do? Roll him not guilty? This wasn't a murder trial. Oh, I thought you said it in Paul's room. This court awards the orb to the Defiant Dragons per the stated transfer agreement. Okay. It's weird not seeing not guilty, Pablo. Should the Kingdom of Kurion claim ownership, the matter may be deliberated in court all over again. I just hope, or shall I say pray, that I'm not the judge presiding over that one. I think we're gonna have to go to court in Kurion. I think that's what he's saying. Oh god. Indeed, a trial like that might spark an international incident. You're the only judge. Still, there are bigger and more momentous things astir in the air. A revolution. Turk's really serious about this. This court is adjourned. Except for the other judge that looks like a judge that might also be called Judge. Nice work, son. We finally broken through the last obstacle on the road to revolution. Revolution. It just doesn't seem real. It doesn't. Does it, Apollo? Well. Well. I can't wait. Drusik is assassinated. No. That's the next line. Oh my god. Incredible. Thank you guys for joining me. I'm gonna send you guys over on a little raid. A little bit of a raid here. A little bit of a teeny tiny bitty raid.
Thank you guys for showing up. It's been fun.
It was very skibbity sigma. That it was, Matt. That it was. We'll be back tomorrow for war. We'll do the war tomorrow. What's tomorrow, Sunday? Yeah. No, ooh. Maybe back tomorrow. Maybe. If I do, it's an earlier one.
Because it's my brother's birthday weekend and we're doing stuff tomorrow.
So maybe no stream tomorrow. If I do, it's either an early Ace Attorney stream or a late not Ace Attorney stream.